Alright, and we're back. Now, where we last left off, our boy Daniel, he bit the dust. He's been sent up to the upper room, and RP to Daniel, man. RP to him. Now, we got a message from, I can't remember exactly who's, been a minute, but they called us and they want to have like a get together for Daniel, and they want us to wear the dresses that he made for that event. Damn, look at this. We got a lot to do. As one might imagine, the loss of his twin brother Frank, terribly distraught and burdened by the weight of depression, head over to his house to check up on him to make sure he doesn't do anything rash. I'm not gonna lie. Last time we seen Frank, he had that thing on him. So let's go talk to the girls first. It's 10 in the morning. No one's home. They could have got rid of the chalk outline at least. All right, let's talk to this police officer.
Good day, ma'am. Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, I was coming by to check in on Frank Fox. Is he around?
You just cut right to the chase, don't you?
I mean, yeah, what the hell? I'm not like yeah, I do that sometimes.
I'm sorry, but at the moment I'm unable to disclose any information to you regarding Mr. Frank Fox.
What the hell? Is he in WITSEC?
And I certainly can't let you speak with him. I was told to stand here and see to it no one went inside.
I'm very close to Mr. Frank Fox, and I'd rather hear that from him. Where is he?
Oh,
brother.
Oh, now you want to be outside? I'll just come to check up on you. What the hell's going on?
Murder in the neighborhood thing isn't exactly a boon for the real estate business.
So that's what you're worried about? Somebody got capped in this neighborhood. Look at this. The line is the outline is still on the porch, and you worried about your real estate business.
I've been so busy rustling up prospective clients that I haven't been able to spend time with Carl. It's Officer Kyle's not the type to manhandle a perp.
Wait, what?
wait a minute. How do you know Kyle?
I was his date to the policeman's ball last year. Trust me, he is more than adept at handling a woman. But a man?
Bro, Edie is so freaky.
But they canceled last year's policeman's ball.
What the hell?
Well, why else did they have all those handcuffs and men in uniform in one place?
Nasty bitch.
You're new on the force, aren't you?
I'm not that new.
Don't worry about Frank. I'm sure they just wanted him to look through mugshots or something.
What the hell was that little interaction right there? That was weird.
He'll be there for a while before they take him to the safe house.
Oh, now who's divulging the secret information?
Well, there you go. From the lips of cute little Officer Friendly here. He's at the station if you want to see him.
Thanks, but don't tell him what I said about Mr. Fox.
Oh, don't worry. My lips are sealed. At least when it comes to talking.
Oh my God! Oh,
Okay, Edie, you can go now. You can go. He's definitely getting fired. I feel bad for him. All right, so now we gotta get a hold of Frank. We gotta go. We got so much to do. Carl hasn't getting much attention lately. You should really do something about that.
I'll tell you something. You're gonna make me act up. You're gonna make me do something. I'm over good.
Now, do we go talk to Carl? I think we should talk to Carl. Just to have a conversation. Just have a quick conversation. Nothing crazy. A little whiles back, I had a chat with Edie. Is everything all right between the two of you?
Can't really complain. Life is good. Business is good. Edie's good as well.
Cause I heard something different.
I appreciate your concern, but everything's fine.
Believe me, I know. She told me how she has to work twice as hard to keep her usual numbers. You sound a little bitter, Carl. Is that for any particular reason?
We're not joined at the hip. We have our own lives.
I'm sorry, Carl, but I'm not sure I believe you. A guy like you should get what he wants when he wants it, don't you think?
I don't think I quite follow you. You want to run that by me again?
Come on, Carl. It's pretty obvious Edie isn't doing enough for you at home.
Really? She cooks dinner for me every night. How do you think she's failing me?
Let's be honest with ourselves, Carl. Food isn't the only thing a man like yourself is hungry for.
Oh, shit! You guess you'll have to do what?
Bagged is crazy. You know what? I think this is the last episode. Let's go out with a bang. Hi, Edie. I was just keeping Carl company. Poor guy seemed so lonely. I felt bad for leaving him alone in his big house.
Yeah. Hi. Were you hitting on my boyfriend?
No one's hitting on anyone here.
Don't mind her.
It's
She's just pulling your leg, aren't you, Edie?
It's just a conversation.
I'm joking.
It's just a conversation.
It's almost funny. The two of you should know better than to try to hook up behind my back. Not without asking me first.
What kind of freaky shit? He's standing right there. Talk to him.
You can wait here if you want to. But we're gonna be about an hour or so.
We are?
Yes, we are. Give or take about a half hour. depending on whether you want side dishes or just the main course.
Okay, Edie.
I'll take the works. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, the doors are locked and the lights are off. Edie says Frank just left moments ago. Fairview has gotten much more dangerous lately. Particularly for Frank, give him a call. It says you can't reach him in person, and if you don't get through at first, keep trying. Damn, bro answered off the ring. Hi Frank, I know you're with the police and I hope you aren't too tired of talking with people just yet. So tell me, first off, how do you feel like talking? Do you feel like talking to me, Frank? If not, I understand.
Sure, we can talk for a minute or two. I've been doing a lot of talking today.
Yeah, it sounds like he's on edge.
First, an officer talked with me at my house. Then I was questioned in a small room.
I'm having a fucking conversation here. Why are you beeping?
We're headed to a safe house. I've been told that I'm not supposed to talk about it, but they can all go to hell for all I care.
I ain't gonna lie, the safe house for your safety though. Like, you got some shooters coming after you. Maybe you should try to be safe. That's what I think. But what do I know? Frank needs some answers, but he can't get them alone. Start by getting the facts from the officer outside the Fox house. After that, see what you can find out about Daniel's murder and be sure to let him know if you find anything conclusive. Actually, I was wondering if there's anything I could do for you.
Me? No, I'm really not in need of anything at the moment.
You don't need any food, anything to drink. You've been out here for an awfully long time.
But thanks. I appreciate it. You know what?
I'm listening.
I'm glad you see it that way. Because I don't think we get enough respect around here.
No, of course not. The way Edie was talking to you earlier, come on, bro. You deserve more than that. You know that.
Because I take my job seriously, whereas other people might not do that in my position.
I know, and it's crazy. You're doing a real good job standing in front of this door.
I plan to work just as hard here as if I were out trying to find more leads in the case.
There's only 2? I thought they'd have more than that by now.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, there were 2 guys walking around the neighborhood that night. Yeah, there are 2 ex-cons in the area. Heck, on this very street.
Oh, gosh be darned.
And yeah, they were even verified to be in the vicinity when the murder occurred at 11 p.m. that night. But it doesn't matter to me. Investigation wasn't my assignment.
It wasn't. Your assignment was to stand right here and guard that door. You're doing a mighty fine job of that.
The rest of the squad can deal with finding information about Michael Solis and Carlos Delfino. I'm just fine out here.
Write that down. Write that down.
Personally, this is what I think happened.
I'm listening. Oh, you're gonna paint us a little picture. Okay. Yo, look how they moving. Bro, they moving. This is... Oh! Bro, this is great. It did my boy so dirt. Except for he didn't die there. He died on the porch. Not too much, really. I just stopped in to ask you a question or two.
So you're a woman on a mission, huh?
Listen, calm down, freaky frog.
Well, I'm not in much of a talking mood right now. I figured you had something quick you wanted to bring up. So you know where I'm coming from. Good.
Not necessarily, but I learned that I gotta agree with everybody in this town for them to, you know, be helpful.
I can't tell you how many times that jerks told me he was going to do something and then completely flaked on it.
Who, Daniel?
Granted, it wasn't until later in the day that I came by, but still, I was doing him a favor. It's only common courtesy that he's around when I stop by.
I mean, did you guys set up a time for you to show up, or are you just being facetious?
Dinner became dessert, became coffee. No call from Daniel. By the time I was able to escape, it was pretty late. I figured Daniel would call to apologize the next day.
So the last time you talked to Daniel was early in the day.
We spoke in the morning, but I didn't get a hold of him for the rest of the day. But nothing since. Not on my cell phone, and nothing since I'm back in town. It's like he just dropped off the face of the earth, which is a bit of a relief, because he's such a pain in the butt.
Do you not know he's dead? Like...
But I know he's gonna call. He always does. Probably just when I'm about to fall asleep tonight.
You don't know he's... You don't know?
Wait, what are you getting at?
He was killed.
That's not the kind of thing you joke about.
This is not a joke. At 11 p.m., he got shot.
Wow. I don't even know what to say.
Did you not notice all the police officers around in the neighborhood?
I already told you everything I know. I was with Susan and Julie that night. Sort of a dinner and kidnapping combined, since Susan didn't seem to want to... Anyway, I left around 11. As soon as I walked in the door, Susan called me and then proceeded to talk my ear off for an hour or so.
So at 11 o'clock... Okay, I'm gonna go to the Susan and Julie.
With everything that's been going on.
Well, I talked to Mike a little while ago, and he said he was over there, and he didn't know what happened or that a murder even happened. Despite that, they still think he has something to do with it.
Mike, you don't really think they believe Mike did it, do you?
For all I know, they might. What were the two of you up to that night anyways?
Right. Actually, there were 3 of us here. Me, Mike, and Julie.
I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot going on, Julie. There's a lot going on right now. Somebody's lying.
I still can't believe that happened right down the street. How's Mr. Fox holding up? I haven't seen him since before the incident. Edie mentioned that the police took him in. Not as a suspect, but...
Edie needs to shut her damn mouth.
But that's not the weird part, Julie. Mike is considered a suspect. Mike?
Yeah, Mike.
But he was here that night. I remember because you did everything in your power to stop the poor guy from going home.
Oh shit, she put you on blast like that.
Julie, you're being silly. It's just that it was late, and I was worried about him walking home alone at that hour. Mom, he lives across the street. The poor man drank 4 nightcaps trying to be polite. Then as soon as you saw him walk into his house, you called him on the phone.
Damn. Bro, it'd be your own daughter. Why she on her ass like that? Ah, damn. She's relentless.
Oh, give me a break, Julie.
She's playing Hall of Fame defense right now. Fucking motor mouth over here. While Carlos does have a criminal history, it was for white-collar crime. It's highly unlikely Carlos had anything to do with this, but nonetheless, he seemed like a good place to continue searching for answers. They're just the person I wanted to talk to.
You came by to talk to me?
Yeah, I got a couple questions.
Carlos, who is it?
Why don't you come out here and find out for yourself?
Okay, listen, I'm not trying to get in the middle of y'all levels quarrel. I just got a couple questions I gotta have him. I guess not with his brother sitting here putting the goddamn bullet in the chamber, loading it up, basically. The worst part is the investigation doesn't seem to be getting anywhere.
What does Daniel's death have to do with us?
That's what I'm here for. I'm actually here to talk to you about that. Carlos, let me get to that real quick.
Actually, I wasn't exactly following my normal routine that night.
Okay.
See, earlier in the day, Carlos tried to drag me into another one of his charity benefits.
I'm listening.
Oh, here we go.
Why do you say it like that?
I'm not talking to you, sweetie. Stay out of it.
Y'all need therapy. I know a good doctor, actually.
Listen, honey, she came over here to talk to me.
Carlos doesn't want you to know that he threw a fit because I didn't want to go to his little party. It was pretty dark. I guess my eyes could have just as well been playing tricks on me.
Did you tell the police what you saw?
No? Why would I tell them that? I could have been seeing trees blowing in the wind or something.
That seems like pertinent information.
That's the kind of thing you tell them, even if you're not sure.
Seems like
This
pertinent
way they can
information.
investigate. That's what they do.
Only thing is, though, I know it's not Simone's husband because he was at the hospital with Frank at the time Daniel got shot. So I know it wasn't him.
Really didn't see anything out of the ordinary. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Why are you apologizing to her for not seeing anything? God, Carlos, you can be such a wimp sometimes.
God damn, you guys might have to go make up again.
And another thing, Carlos.
I'm gonna go. Those two need some Jesus. Gabrielle just told you that she could have sworn she saw people snooping around your house. No, that sounds like your next big league. Now you just have to find someone who could tell you something more about what's going on at your home at night. Perhaps your son. Nothing much. I just want to talk to you for a bit. This is important, Caleb. On the night that Daniel Fox died, did you hear anything strange?
That's a really strange question.
I'm sorry, Caleb, but this is incredibly important. Mr. Sola said that she saw 2 people snooping around our house the night of the murder.
Don't you remember? I was grounded. I didn't go anywhere that night.
Exactly, so I almost smacked the shit out of him. So exactly, that means you possibly could have seen or heard something.
Funny? If you and Dad would just let me stay out later, I'd probably be able to help you out right now.
But did you hear anything?
I told you I was in all night. I was playing Utter Warfare online with this guy I know from the web forums, Double Trouble.
Stop the cap!
Oh yeah, look at new post. Sorry, got a bell. Double Trouble. It's been a fun ride, Grunts, and we had some good times, fought some memorable battles with situations in real life have occurred to sadly force me to salute you all and say good. Wait a minute. He said he was playing with Double Trouble. But Double Trouble, that's Frank. This son of a bitch keeps lying to me.
Oh, neighbor.
Hey, Bree.
Just a reminder that we're still expecting you to join us this evening.
I'm coming right now.
Well, it is the proper thing to do.
Okay, Bree. I'm coming. Bree.
Appetizers will be served.
I'm coming. God damn it.
Hello. Can I help you?
How are you holding up?
And by that, I assume you mean the brutal murder of Daniel Fox in our own neighborhood.
Obviously, you know what I'm talking about, Bree. I can't stand this woman.
It was a random act
It
of
definitely
violence.
wasn't. It for sure wasn't. Did you hear anything?
Oh, come now. Are you telling me you're not the least bit curious about how it all transpired?
Of
Was he
course.
pumped for information? Did he have something they wanted?
I don't know.
Oh, perhaps he even owed them money that was borrowed to support some reprehensible drug habit.
It's just why you wanted to host this party, Brie. Just why?
Now, don't get me wrong. It's quite unfortunate Daniel had to pass in the manner he did. But at the same time, can you honestly tell me you're not even the slightest bit curious as to just what went on in that house?
Nah, man. I Brie. There's so much going on.
I mean, for heaven's sake, why would Daniel, of all people, have need for a gun?
Why'd you go buy a shotgun?
Makes you wonder about what else was going on in the Fox house.
I ain't gonna lie.
Excuse me?
I ain't gonna lie. You getting slapped. I gotta slap her. Brie, you gotta stop.
I suppose
Chill the fuck
was
out.
being a little harsh. Perhaps I shouldn't have another cocktail. But in all fairness, you have to admit we are in the midst of a very strange situation.
We are, but what does gossiping do? What does talking about him having a drug habit or whatever bullshit you're cocking up in your ugly ass head? I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Been on my feet all day. But this isn't helping nobody.
You made your point. Let's not speak of it anymore.
To be honest, Bree's cooking was the deciding factor for me. But I prefer to look at it like this. He came, he sewed, he croaked.
Oh my god. I need to get out of this town, bro. This place is evil.
It's also morbid. I think it's high time the rest of us get back to living it up.
That's one way of looking at it, I guess.
There's a whole world of things we could be doing right now instead of sitting around crying into our drinks.
I prefer to help my friends deal with this tragedy. Some of us taking it pretty hard, Edie.
Personally, I think we should forget the grieving process and try to get to the bottom of Daniel. I'll bet Frank's the kind of...
Hey!
Edie. God damn it, bro.
Well, I just... Well, you should have said that in the first place.
Sometimes you can be a callous, ignorant bitch. And in case you're too ignorant to know any better, this is one of those times. So I'm having audio issues, so I'm just going to recap what ended up happening. So after the party, we go and talk to Bree, which leads us to finding out that there was somebody outside the house, outside the Scorver house, next to a truck with 2 people in it, who most likely are the 2 assailants that killed Daniel. So then we go talk to Lynette, who leads us back to Gabrielle, who lied to us about where she was at night, and she was on the corner. Yeah. We get a phone number from Gabrielle, which leads us to Vincent Corsetto, the mobster from Danielle's event that's been skulking around town. We call his phone number, we have a conversation, and we know he definitely played a role into this. After talking to Vincent, we get a call from the detective that's been around town looking into Vincent and me. Now we go to meet Eric at the cul-de-sac.
Glad to see you made it.
Okay, Eric. We got a lot to talk about, it seems.
Glad to see you made it. Nice to see you haven't lost your wit, even with the gravity of the current situation.
So what is this current situation exactly?
You're here because we need to talk.
Exactly.
There's a hell of a lot more to Daniel's murder than you think.
Oh, I can see that. There's a lot of foul play. Really? Like what? And why were we listening to my call with Vincent Corsetti?
There's a number of things I can tell you about him. I told you we've been keeping an eye on him, didn't I?
Yeah, better him than me.
The man leads 2 lives.
He's definitely a mobster.
In one life, he's a businessman, an occasional philanthropist.
Okay.
That's the guy that came backstage at the fashion show and was checking out houses in the neighborhood.
In his second life?
The other life is one that not too many people know about.
He's a thug, you can say it.
That's the Vincent Corsetti you really don't want to deal with. He's like a snake without the charm. That Vinny is a high-ranking member of an incredibly powerful mob family in the city.
This is all completely over my head.
You gave it back to me before you left town to start your life with Vincent.
What?
I couldn't offer you the lifestyle you were looking for, and so I let you go. When you called me to ask me for help, I didn't know what to do, but I offered to help you in any way I could. But when you didn't show up when you were supposed to, I suspected the worst. I thought you'd left us for good. I thought you were dead. For all I knew, you just dropped off the face of the earth.
That's crazy.
When I was brought in to investigate Vincent's shady business operation, I thought I'd find you with him. but I didn't. Then I got word that he'd found someone that he was looking for. Some kind of unfinished chapter in his life.
Things are getting wilder and wilder. You mean me?
Yes, Mary.
Mary?
About you.
Oh! Who the fuck is Mary?
Looking into Vincent allowed me to find you again. But you had a new life. I didn't want to step in where I wasn't wanted. But now I have to. You're getting too close to Vincent, and trust me, he's not the kind of person you want to get involved with. There is one thing I have to ask you, though.
What's that?
There's a period of time where I couldn't find any records for you, like you vanished off the face of the earth. What happened to you, Mary?
What did you just call me?
You're Mary. Can't you even remember that?
No. Who the hell is Mary?
That I gave you. One face should be pretty familiar to you already.
Who's the guy?
We took that picture at the Wood River County Fair. That was long before you got involved with Vincent, of course.
I don't know what to say.
You'll remember something. You can't block out memories forever. I suspect you'll come to terms with this on your own time. Believe what you want to believe. But do me one favor. Stay away from Vinnie Corsetti. You've got to trust me on that.
He's cooked.
Most people's lives are driven
This
by
is
fear.
crazy. This is crazy. He's
Fear
cooked.
of hidden dangers. Fear of secrets being discovered.
Look at him, bro.
Fear of the unknown. But sometimes, what we think may be a demon lurking in the shadows
Yo.
turns out to be merely our guardian angel in disguise.
I ain't gonna lie, Eric, you might want to put that man in WITSEC. So next episode is 100% the last episode of this series. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment down below.
People come and they go. Some people may stay with you though. I am all alone tonight, and I get on asking myself questions. Consider